Hello travelers, Boardman21 here, and today we got some of the new uniques coming for patch 8.5, so I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts on them and just kind of go over them a little bit with what I think they'll be good for in the future, how they look, and just some of the affixes on them that I think are pretty cool. On top of that, I know it's been a while since I've been in the last Epoch scenery. It's been over a month since I've actually played the game. I will be streaming it again soon as we start to get into the real hype right before the patch drop, and then of course once patch drops, that should reinvigorate me so that I play it a bunch more. Alright, let's go ahead and go over this forum post, which again will be linked in the description below. As we go over this, feel free to read along. So we got some new uniques. Welcome travelers to day 2 of the sensational 9-day extended hype week. Patch Extravaganza. The Depths of Eterra update brings with it a number of new uniques, unlocking a range of brand new build opportunities to carve your way through the enemies of Eterra. Whether you are elusive sniper, vengeful tank commander of spirits and souls, or just finding your promised path in Eterra, for the first time we have something new for you here. For our more experienced theory crafters out there, we are excited to see what you do when a single idol has the power to change your entire build. Check out a few examples below of the types of items you can get your hands on in Depths of Eterra update. We've also hidden a few extras in Eterra for you to find on your own, so there will be more than just what we're getting here, but let's go ahead and cover some of these and take a look at them. First off, we have the Chronicle of the Damned, and I must say the artwork on this looks really good. I really like it. This gives you +1 to Wandering Spirits. Now, assuming that these ranges could change RR range, maybe it goes up to +2 or +3 for Wandering Spirits, not sure, but it is a very low level unique, so it might just cap out at +1, but again, it's just the stats, so you'll get plus levels to Wandering Spirits, plus level to Hungering Souls, plus a certain amount of ward gained each second per active Wandering Spirit, and a % chance to inflict damned on hit with Hungering Souls per active Wandering Spirit that you have out. And then there's also going to be a % chance to reveal a Wandering Spirit on kill. Now, normally Wandering Spirits right now, after it got its nerf, and it works a little mechanically different, usually when the skill ends, all of the spirits you have disappear. I don't know if the spirits that you actually proc on your kill chance are going to disappear when the skill ends, or if they're individually just different, but that'll be something that'll be cool, because in that case you could have them during the downtime of the skill, which would be really nice. Now this seems like a really good way, because right now you can get quite a few Wandering Spirits, especially if you get a lot of CDR and you have that skill constantly going, and inside of the skill tree built into the reveal rate and the duration of the spirits, you can get quite a few of them, so you can be getting hundreds of ward per second, or at least 100 ward per second, just from this unique catalyst itself. For the next unique, we have a two-handed axe called Hearthenon's Vow, and with this it comes with a bunch of melee physical damage, strength, health gained on companion hit, increased companion revive range, and increased companion revive speed. Now with this, it's a leveling unique, and a lot of people have complained that companions die really easy during the campaign, so this would be a really nice two-handed weapon to throw onto your primalist so that you can get those companions up and running faster and from a greater range. As for the health gained on companion hit, I assume that's health for the companion itself to increase their survivability. It's not health that you're going to gain. That's what I'm taking away from looking at it. Usually you don't get leech from the damage that your minions are doing or companions are doing. I doubt you're getting health on hit. It's going to be for them to increase their survivability. Again, this looks like another leveling unique for you. Next, we have Singularity, which is a new unique small idol. That's a 1x1 idol, and this one gives you % more hit damage if you have only one Singularity equipped, and it also makes it to where you cannot crit. Now, me personally, I know crit builds are definitely more powerful than hit builds that don't have crit chance. Everyone always works towards getting 100% crit, but I assume there's going to be something to build around with this. That 12% more hit damage isn't huge, but it is enough to make it to where you'll do a bit more damage. I don't know if it's worth it to get rid of the fact that you can no longer crit, but there are other uniques that you can synergize this with that should make it to where it should be viable at least, such as things like wing guards that are going to give you a bunch of melee attack speed and also make it anyways to where you cannot crit. This will be a fun one to play around with in Theorycraft and see what else we can find, and perhaps there's some other uniques or some other items that come into the game in 8.5 that make it even more viable. Next, we have Renegade's Will, and I can only think that Lizard was very excited to see this because this unique is based around Vengeance, and Vengeance is something that has been nerfed again and again, and we hear about it all the time from him. This gives you plus levels to Vengeance, a bunch of melee physical damage, and remember it is only a one-handed weapon, which means you can wear Bastion of Honor or even dual wield with it, although you won't be able to wear 2 of these because it's a mace. You could have another weapon in the offhand. And remember, since it is a unique, as you make it a legendary, you would be able to put even more stats onto it. It also gives you % more hit damage with Vengeance against bosses and rares that's multiplicative with other modifiers, and again, the more hit damage really matters against only those types. Regular trash mobs die really quick anyways. A ton of melee attack speed, which again is another stat you'd be able to stack on top of it if you made it into a legendary. Gives you some move speed and a plus to all attributes. Overall, I think this is a really cool unique, and it could make Vengeance make a comeback. Next up, we have a unique bow called Shadow Stream. With this, it gives you a ton of increased critical strike chance, +1 charge for shift, a bunch of ward gain when you shift, plus to smoke bomb, and even more ward gained when you use smoke bomb. Now, the Marksman is one of my most unpopular builds. It's something I don't like to play a ton of. I like to play almost every other character, but again, this is a great leveling bow. It would be really good for your survivability, especially in hardcore for a marksman. All of that ward gain that you get, getting a couple of levels to a couple of skills early on, and of course, shift and smoke bomb being survival skills. It's a great bow, I think, for leveling up, especially in hardcore, making it through the campaign with not dying. Again, as a low-level unique, it's got really low bow physical damage on it, so you're not going to do a ton of damage with it, and eventually you're going to have to update to something else or upgrade to a more powerful bow. And that is the 5 uniques that they teased for us. This concludes day 2 of the sensational 9-day extended hype week. We would love to hear your initial build ideas down below. Make sure to check back in tomorrow for your post on the first of the 2 new dungeons being added in patch 8.5. And tomorrow we'll take a look at that dungeon. It's also going to be the dev stream, so I'm sure that's why it's for that day. There's going to be a lot of people talking about it, asking questions about it, and of course we'll be doing a video on it later on. Which one of these uniques are your favorite? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and let's discuss it. As always, stay safe, travelers, and have a good day.